Today we're taking a look at the NHL matches, which are happening on Sunday, April 18, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. So here are my betting suggestions for Vegas Golden Knights versus Anaheim Ducks match. The Vegas Golden Knights are on the road as they play the second game of a two-game set with the Anaheim Ducks Sunday afternoon. In the first game between the teams in this series, it was Vegas skating to a 4-0 victory Friday night to ensure no worse than a split of the two games. When it comes to the season series between the teams, the win by the Golden Knights Friday gave them a 5-1 advantage with one more meeting coming after this one. The Vegas Golden Knights will go on the road and take on the Anaheim Ducks at the Honda Center. The Knights have a record of 30-11-2. The Ducks have a record of 14-24-7. The Knights and Ducks have faced each other 6 times this season, with Vegas winning 5 out of the 6 games. The Ducks' lone win in the series was a 1-0 win back in February, so Anaheim isn't lighting the lamp much against Vegas this season. The Golden Knights thoroughly dominated the game Friday night, bombing 51 shots on goal while allowing only 16, most of which weren't high-danger opportunities. Anaheim doesn't have the weapons to work with in the offensive end to come up with a victory here. The Vegas Golden Knights are playing possibly their best stretch of hockey right now, which includes 5 straight wins and wins in 5 of the last 6 meetings against the Ducks. Vegas has owned Anaheim this season, and that includes a 4-0 victory on Friday. The Anaheim Ducks continue to pile up the losses, and they've provided little to no value in the underdog role. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5. Vegas is the far superior team here and is the only team that's really doing anything involving the playoffs in about a month, but I wonder if this is a spot where the Ducks finally show some grit and step up to the occasion. With that said, I think a safe play is the under here, as it's hit in each of the last 3 meetings between the two sides, and I just don't see a high-scoring game in this one. So once again, the Golden Knights are 5-1 in their last 6 road games and 53-23 in their last 76 overall. The Ducks are 15-38 in their last 53 home games and 17-35 in their last 52 overall. The under is 4-1 in Golden Knights' last 5 overall. The under is 5-0 in Ducks' last 5 overall. The Golden Knights are 7-1 in the last 8 meetings in Anaheim and 15-3 in the last 18 meetings. The favorite is 12-2 in the last 14 meetings. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 5.5. Now here are my betting suggestions for Philadelphia Flyers versus New York Islanders match. The struggling Flyers will play host to a strong Islanders club that comes to Wells Fargo Center looking for a win after back-to-back losses. Philadelphia gave up a big total again on Saturday, losing 6-3 to the Washington Capitals. Philadelphia have been arguably the league's biggest disappointment, unable to build upon last year's success and likely to miss the playoffs in a very tough East Division. Numerous defenders have taken a step backwards this season, especially when they've been exposed by what has been the league's worst goaltending tandem in Carter Hart and Brian Elliott. The Flyers have skated to a stronger XGF percent over their last 10 games at 51.47%, but I feel that the nature of some of the defensive zone breakdowns is somewhat undercredited in the metric. Combine that with very shaky goaltending, and the result has been a lot of pucks in the Flyers' cage. The Islanders are hoping that their losing streak doesn't reach 3 games, as they have lost back-to-back games to the Boston Bruins and will now face a Flyers team that is eager to finish the season winning. The Flyers are coming off a tough loss to the Capitals where they lost 6-3, but are still poised to make a late-season push for the final playoff spot in the East Division. National Hockey League action on Sunday evening, and we will see a pair of teams from the East Division square off as the New York Islanders pay a visit to Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to rumble with the Philadelphia Flyers. The Islanders enter this game at 27-17 on the year, while the Flyers come in at 20-24. New York leads the season series 4-3. The Isles have stayed true to their form under head coach Barry Trotz again this year, building on a strong showing in last year's playoff bubble, which concluded after a Game 6 loss to the Lightning, who would go on to hoist the Stanley Cup in the Eastern Conference Final. General Manager Lou Lamoriello made a reasonable decision to bring in forwards Travis Zajac and Kyle Palmieri at the trade deadline, bolstering a roster that is a legitimate cup contender and help fill the void left by Captain Anders Lee's season-ending knee injury. 2 tough losses in Boston to a strong Bruins club is certainly not enough to steer my belief that this Isles club will again be a very tough out in the playoffs, and the play-driving numbers over a larger sample of the Isles' last 10 remain strong, including a 53.4% xGF percent. The Isles sit 4 points behind Washington for tops in the East Division, with New York having played 1 less game. Realistically, however, I do not believe there is much benefit or great concern to winning the division, since it is hard to say what matchup you are hoping for or likely to receive out of 4 very good teams in the Penguins, Bruins, Capitals, and Islanders, all of whom are separated by only 6 points. This Isles team is significantly more well-structured, the puck management on the back end is almost to a man stronger, and this is an important game for them to get back on a track in a highly competitive division. The Isles coming off 2 losses in regulation to a strong Boston club, and I think we can trust Trotz's group to come out with some urgency and create some issues for a porous Flyers defensive core. But even if Philly can dig in and find a strong effort against what should be a hungry Islanders group, they will certainly need to see better goaltending than they have received most nights this year to have a chance. There's a very reasonable chance that the Flyers start Elliott with Hart dealing with an injury and Alex Lyon playing yesterday versus Washington. The aging veteran has shown very poor lateral movement so far this year, en route to a .888 SV percent and a -13.3 goals saved above expected rating, according to Money Puck. The Islanders just lost 2 in a row to the Bruins, but they are still trending the other way, having gone 17-7 in their last 24 games. The Islanders have also won their last 4 games against the Flyers, and the favorite is 60-22 in the last 82 games in this series. Philadelphia does not have the goaltending to match up with the Islanders in this one, as Brian Elliott has struggled while Semyon Varlamov has been tough. The Flyers are 30th in goals allowed this year, while the Islanders are 3rd. My first betting advice for that game is to pick New York Islanders. New York is 17-7 in their last 24 games overall and 0-4 in their last 4 road games, while the under is 6-0-1 in their last 7 games overall. Philadelphia is 2-6 in their last 8 games overall and 2-7 in their last 9 home games, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 games playing on no rest. The over is 17-8-1 in the last 26 meetings between these 2 teams. The Philadelphia Flyers will try to bounce back from a 6-3 loss to Washington in their last game. James Van Riemsdyk leads the Flyers in scoring with 35 points, including 14 goals and 21 assists, while Claude Giroux and Jakub Voracek each have 33 points, with Giroux logging 11 goals and 23 assists, while Voracek has a team-high 25 assists. Sean Couturier and Joel Farabee each have 31 points, with Farabee leading the Flyers with 15 goals, while Couturier has 13 goals and 18 assists. As a team, Philadelphia is averaging 2.9 goals on 29.9 shots with a 19.3% success rate, while allowing 3.5 goals on 29 shots against with a 73.8% success rate on the penalty kill this season. I get the case that could be made either way, as the Islanders and Flyers have all the makings of a typical hockey rivalry. With that said, the Flyers have had issues keeping the puck out of the net, and the Islanders have had issues of their own as well in certain spots as of late, and I could end up seeing this as a 9-goal game, like a 5-4 game. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 5.5. That's it for this video. Good luck to all of you.